Here is the chicken I'm cooking for tomorrow's dish. It's a slow cooker whole chicken. Cook it for 4 hours on high. Oh, as you can see, this is the whole chicken that I slow cooked in the crock pot today. It came out so tender, it just falls off the bone. It's so good. So I went ahead and broke it down. I saved the chicken broth that I had from it because I'll use that tomorrow when I make the rice. And the rice will be with green peas and dill, and then a little bit of the chicken broth and some saffron. And for the chicken, I'm going to let it sit overnight. I did put a little bit of broth in there, and then I also added some saffron and salt and pepper for flavoring. So it's delicious just by itself, but it'll be great in the rice tomorrow. Anyway, have a great evening. See you tomorrow. Okay, so funny story. I bought a microphone to use while I record these videos, and I used it on Sunday, and it was great. I love the fact that I could talk to you and I could listen to music in the background, and you guys didn't have to hear the music, and I didn't have to worry about YouTube flagging me. And as you can see, it's like this little fuzzy thing right here. It's cute. I prepped the meal, did all my stuff, and then while everything was cooking, I went in the backyard. And somewhere in the backyard, I dropped the microphone. It fell off of my little clip here, and then I couldn't find it for 2 days. So yesterday I was outside and I was watering the lawn, and I looked and I thought, oh my gosh, is that a dead bird? What is that? Because it was fuzzy, you know. There's my microphone. I watered it. And good news is it survived, so we'll be using it tonight. Yeah, it's the little things in life, you know. Weird. I don't know what happened to the audio on this, so I have to record it from my computer while you watch the video. Those are barberries. You can get those in the Persian store. They're very good. If you can't find those, you can use sour cherries, but or dried cranberries could also be substituted. Then we got some eggs. We're only going to be using the egg yolk. There's my chicken that I made from the other night, which is ready to go. And then I don't know where we're going next. Give me my shot. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, we'll just look at the chicken. Okay, there's our rice. We're soaking the rice in water. I used about 6 cups of rice, and then I used a whole container of yogurt, and I ended up adding 3 more eggs. So there's my yogurt. I saved some of the chicken broth in case I want to sprinkle some on. Got my saffron ready, and these will be mixed with the rice when we get to that stage. And I'm sure I'm talking about the eggs and whatnot. Kind of weird doing a voiceover. These are the pans that I'm going to use. This one is a larger one. I will put butter on it. These are smaller size. It's nice to have kind of individual sizes so that you can warm them up and eat them later. And then the larger one, obviously, I can serve dinner. So I'll put half the rice mix in there, and then I'll layer it with the chicken, and then I'll top it off with another layer of rice, and you'll see that in the next clip. So there you have it. Get ready. We're going to have a good dinner. All right, we got the chicken a little warmed up, so the broth is nice and liquid. We got the barberries all ready. We got the chicken broth ready. I've mixed the yogurt, the egg whites, some butter, and some saffron. The water is boiling, so stay tuned for the next stage. Tachin is the best. All right, our chicken is ready. The barberries are ready. They cooked for about 1.5 minutes. I added a little rose water, which I don't normally do, but I'm going to give this a try. And then I mixed my rice with the yogurt, the egg yolk, and saffron. Then I buttered all of my dishes. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in half of the rice, and then I'm going to put a layer of chicken and a layer of barberries, and then I'm going to finish it off with the rice. And then I'm going to bake it at 350 degrees. So we'll wait and see when we get to the next step. Wish me luck. Haha, just kidding. I got this. All right, folks, here's the halfway mark. So we've got a layer of the yogurt and rice mix. So we got a layer of chicken. We got a layer of barberries. As you can see, I've done it on all of the dishes. So the next thing we're going to do is top it off with the remainder of the rice. All right, there you go. I went with a fork. I put in the remainder of the rice, and then I went with a fork and kind of smushed it all down there. And we're going to put this in the oven at 350 degrees. And we are going to cook this puppy for an hour. We're going to look at them. If they're not crispy enough, we'll cook them for an additional 20 minutes. But I think because I have smaller containers, I think I'll have to adjust accordingly. But gonna be so good. Okay, as you can see, the smaller ones ended up cooking faster. So once they start looking crispy like that on the outside, they're ready to come out of the pan. Well, I'm gonna let them cool, and then we're gonna take them out of the pan. But love this dish. Hope you guys try it. Here it is, folks. This is actually my personal favorite Persian dish ever. It's kind of the equivalent of Zerish polo. This is Tachin with barberries and the crispy rice. And as you can see on the right, it's a bigger dish, which you can serve, at a dinner party. And then the other smaller portions are really for individuals. And I really love this dish. It's one of my favorites. And technically you can make dishes like this with a lot of the different Persian food. Really what makes the tachin is the crispy part on the outside of the rice. So I will be posting different videos later on with different ingredients, but personally, this is one of my all-time favorites. And I serve this with a yogurt, mint, cucumber as garnish. And it's just delicious. So, bon appetit.